Okay, so with the title of this song, I can just imagine a special task force just trolling through the city, going to jazz clubs, and just going up to musicians and being like, okay, play giant steps, and you get one note wrong, you're off. Bah! But of course, they could argue no improvising is part of it. Anyways, welcome back, everyone. Of course, we are moving on into the next track with I'm Your Man, Leonard Cohen. We're going to listen to the track Jazz Police, and I cannot get that thought out of my head. I can just imagine them going around like, okay, giant steps, go. Ba, 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 ba. Get him out of here. Anyways, let's go. Let's listen to the track. We'll talk about it a little bit after. Here we go.
Can you tell me why the bells are ringing?
Jeez.
Nothing's happened in a million years. I've been sitting here since Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, can't believe my ears. Jazz police are looking through my folders. Jazz police are talking to my niece. Jazz police have got their final orders. Jazzer, drop your axe, it's jazz police. Jesus taken serious by many. Jesus taken joyous by a few. Jazz police are paid by
I don't
J.
even know what to
Paul
say.
Getty. Jazzers paid by J. Paul Getty too.
Jazz police, are you calling? Jazz police, I feel so blue. Jazz police, I think I'm falling. I'm
Wild as any freedom-loving racist, I applaud the actions of the chief. Tell me now, oh beautiful and spacious, am I in trouble with the jazz police? Jazz police are looking through my folders. Jazz police are talking to my niece. Jazz police have got their final orders. Jazzer, drop your axe, it's jazz police.
I mean, this is really cool. Jazz police are coming for you.
They will never understand our culture. They'll never understand the jazz police. Jazz police are working for my mother. Blood is thicker margarine than grease. Let me be somebody I admire. Let me be that muscle down the street. Stick another turtle on the fire. Guys like me are mad for turtle meat.
Jazz police, are you calling?
Chorus is really, really good.
Jazz police, I feel so blue. Jazz police, I think I'm falling. I'm falling for you. Jazz police are looking through my folders. Jazz police have got their
Hey.
final orders.
What?
Jazz police are looking through my folders. Jazz police have got their
Okay, listening to this album, we've skipped a few. Listening to this album when we had listened to his debut a long time ago, and I really enjoyed that. Obviously, this is completely different. And this track is kind of the epitome of that difference. This is, to me, this sounds new. This sounds progressive. This sounds like the progressive synth pop. That's what this sounds like, progressive synth pop, because it's still poppy. That chorus with the female choir and the way that they sing is gorgeous. And there's also something very neo-noirish about that. You get a deep noirish kind of sound with, just Cohen's vocals and just that. But the synthiness that's brought in, of course, those elements that come through, and I can't even describe it, the odd way that he forms all this and structures all this with the drums and the pauses, those dramatic pauses, the deep, breathy way that he describes and moves through the verse there about these jazz police. It really sounds like a neo-noir kind of storyline taking place here, but like a futuristic one, like a Blade Runner kind of thing or situation. And I just think like the mixture of styles is just so progressive. You may not like it, maybe you do like it, but I think that it's almost undeniably at least interesting. And at least it does push an envelope, which I think this envelope is pushed quite well. Because at first, to be honest, in the first half of this track, I was going to say, I didn't really care for this. But to be honest, as it went on and as it finished, I was like, this is a track that it would take me a second to grasp onto, but I actually really like it. And the thing that was the hardest for me was listening to Cohen's voice in this respect. It almost didn't work. I almost felt like I just want to hear him croon or something. But no, it actually does work in here. And that's where I feel like these beautiful odds kind of come, those beautiful contrasts, I think is a better way to kind of come together here with his vocals and with the music. The music is poppy, bouncy, synthy. His voice is, of course, deep and melancholic and introspective. And they do work together. And then the piano solo, so fun with the bass just jumping around in there. This track is a lot in a short amount of time, but at least for myself, once I'm kind of like getting it, you got it. Let's look at these lyrics here. Jazz police are they? Can you tell me why the bells are ringing? Nothing's happened in a million years. I've been sitting here since Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, can't believe my ears. And I can't help but see. Did it chart? Oh, no, never mind. I thought I saw like it charted. Never mind. I was going to be very surprised, to be honest. Okay, I've been sitting here since Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, can't believe my ears. Jazz police are looking through my folders. Jazz police are talking to my knees. Jazz police have got their final orders. Drop your axe, it's jazz police. Jesus taken serious by the many. Jesus taken joyous by the few. Jazz police are paid by J. Paul Getty. Jazzers paid by J. Paul Getty too. I don't know who that is, but I like how it's generational. Even his son, assumedly, is following in his footsteps. We'll look at that in a second. Jazz police, I hear you calling. Jazz police, I feel so blue. Jazz police, I think I'm falling for you. Okay. Mr. Petty, let's see, was a petrol industrialist and for some time one of the richest people on earth, portrayed here as the patron of the censoring jazz police. Ironically, in real life, he sponsored the arts enormously. His son became known for sponsoring of the arts too. He and his wife lived among the counterculture for a while. Getty Jr. and his father were estranged for a long time and had a serious falling out when Paul Getty refused to help with money when J. Paul Getty Jr.'s son was kidnapped. I mean, unless I'm mistaken, that's a pretty reasonable time to help your family in that kind of situation. They will never understand our culture. They'll never understand the jazz police. Jazz police are working for my mother. Blood is thicker, margarine than grease. I like that. Blood is thicker, margarine than grease. Okay, I like that. So maybe they will never understand our culture. Like the jazz police are cracking down on them. But maybe it's not so much cracking down, maybe getting involved. Since it says, when we read the article or where was here he is, J. Paul Getty, he sponsored a lot of arts. So maybe saying like, I don't like you in our business. Leave us to do our own thing. Let me be somebody I admire. Let me be that muscle down the street. Stick another turtle on the fire. Guys like me are mad for turtle meat. Jazz police are looking through my folders. Jazz police have got their final orders. Let me click this one if you don't mind. I have no idea. Among other things, turtle as a slang word means easy woman. In my 30 odd years of life, I have never, ever heard that one. I have never, ever heard that one. And to be frank, I don't understand it. And to be even more franker, I don't want to understand it. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments down below. Thank you as always for joining me here on this wonderful, wonderful blue day that it is. Please swing on by tomorrow, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.